You know how they say, I would go back to my 20s. I wish I was 20 again. Oh, the girls are not in their 20s no more. They're mad they're not in their 20s. But it's like, I would not go back to my 20s. Like, I like where I am.
You like where you am?
Yes, I like where I am. You're not supposed to be in this video. Back to the scheduled program. I would not, like, I think 30s is like your wisdom bucket. 30s is where you grow. It's where you're reaching your fullest potential. I think 20s is like learning. It's a big learning curve. I think all of it is learning. But I think once you get to 30s, it's like, I'm evolved. You know what I mean? I'm not her no more from my 20s, but I'm just growing into, I'm just growing into self. You know what I mean? Like getting older didn't make me like cynical. It just made me more aware, if that makes sense. If you're new here, my name is Kendall, and I am rebuilding my life at 36. So to my moms out there, to my women, to my single moms out there especially, you can rebuild and build a life far greater than you ever imagined in your 30s and beyond. And I stand on that. Here are 5 things that I believe about love, money, and peace right now at this point in my life. Number 1, peace is more valuable than potential. Peace is more valuable than potential. Like, too many times we get caught up in thinking what a person could be, who they're going to be. We wait around and we say, okay, but maybe they'll get better with time. They said that they're working toward this, or they're going to be this type of person. So I'm going to just stick around and wait to see. But in the meantime, while you're sticking around and waiting to see, that person is dragging you down. It's a war inside of you. You're not feeling good about the situation. You don't feel good about none of it. But you just stay there because you hold on to that potential. And most oftentimes, that potential never comes. That potential never comes. And too many times I've stayed. You know what I mean? Like, I've stayed thinking potential was going to save something. When it's like, no. Let it go. Let it go. Peace is more valuable than somebody's potential. Like, now at this point in my life, I'm cut and dry with it. Like, if I see something, that's just who you are. That's just what it is. And I'm not waiting around to see a change. I'm not seeing a potential in nobody anymore at this point in my life. No. My peace is far more valuable than waiting for somebody to do things the right way. If you can't do it the right way the first time around, then that's just what it is. You're just not that person. And that goes for anything. That's not even just saying relationships. Like, that's friendships. That's, that's relationships all across the board. It don't matter who it is. We're not staying for potential anymore. We're just not doing that. Number 2, love should add stability, not confusion. Love should add stability, not confusion. If you are confused, sis, get out. Get out now. You should not be confused. Love shouldn't make you feel anxious and nervous and scared. Love shouldn't do that. If your heart is picking up a pace when you talking to somebody that's supposed to love you, and you're supposed to be around that person, love don't feel like that. Love ain't supposed to feel like that. It's supposed to be calm. It's supposed to be comforting. At this point in my life, like, that's something I had to learn. Like, those aren't butterflies. Those aren't butterflies. That's your nervous system protecting you, telling you, no, get out of there. Love is not supposed to feel overwhelming. It's not supposed to scare you. You shouldn't feel, that feeling in the pit of your stomach shouldn't be there. That's just a warning. So too many times we give people these passes, and we just, we stick around and we wait and we have these questions like, should it be like this? When deep down it shouldn't be like that. Like, if you having to question anything, that ain't it. So me now at 36 is crazy, because that's maybe a lesson I should have learned in my 20s. You know what I mean? No, I was one of those people that did believe in that fairy tale. That fairy tale, that whole princess meets the prince. I was one of those people. and then you have those feelings in your stomach. You think, oh, it's just butterflies. You know, this is it. This is the one. And it's like, no, you shouldn't feel like that. And it's like me now at 36. If I feel any of those feelings, I get it now. I understand, and I'm quick to run now. I'm a runner. I'm a track star. I'm going. Number 3, money responds to consistency, not desperation. Woo, that's a big one. That's a big one. That makes me think of when I first, like before I first made my first 10K month. Like we'll start there. We'll start light. Like when I first made my first 10K month, coming from making $300 a week to the very next month. Well, not the very next month, because, you know, it took me maybe 6 months to get there. But when I first made it, I wasn't desperate. I wasn't like chasing money. I stopped chasing the outcome. I just was calm with it. You know what I mean? I wrote down what I wanted. I had this feeling in me that it's like, I know that I'm destined for more. I know I deserve more. And I'm going to make more. I'm going to get there. So coming from making $300 a week and just feeling like, oh my gosh, I need money. I'm facing eviction. Oh my gosh, I need money. I'm facing this. Oh my gosh, I need money. I need money. I need money. Puts you in that survival mode. And then it puts you somewhere that you can't get out of, because you're so busy chasing that outcome. You're not doing what needs to be done to actually get the outcome. So it's like, I highly, 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 highly believe that money comes to you when you're just being. When you're just being, like abundance comes to you when you're calm. When you aren't operating in survival mode, you aren't operating out of lack, you aren't operating out of fear. Write down what you want. Put the systems in place to do those things. Stay consistent every day with whatever it is that you want, and it will come to you. Money comes to me easily, and money comes to me fast. That's your affirmation for today. Say that in the mirror 10 times today. So it's like, don't want money out of fear. Don't want money out of fear. Like, the money will come. All that will come. Number 4, softness requires discipline. Everybody wants the soft life, right? Everybody wants the soft life. But are you disciplined enough to get that soft life? Like, what does your day-to-day look like? What are your routines? I feel like to attain the soft life, you have to have that structure in place. And it's okay to, it's okay to rest. But soft life actually requires like that structure. Like, you got to have that structure in place. You can't think that you're just about to live a soft life and you're not doing anything to build it or to get there. Like, you can't look at somebody else's life, like, say, this is what, TikTok, YouTube, all that culture. You look at someone's life and you look how they're living and you're just like, wow, I would love to live my life like that. But you don't see behind the scenes of how someone got to where they're at. So soft life is not the absence of structure. You have to have that structure in place. You got to be strict on yourself. At the same time, be a little lax. Like I said, it's okay to rest. I really feel like we should be able to rest. But at the same time, to get that soft life that you desire, to get the Pilates day and the, just that life of leisure, where you waking up, doing whatever it is that you want to do. You have your hobbies, you have your activities, you go to the gym, you eat breakfast at whatever hour you want to, and you're allowed to rest. You have to have structure in place to get there. You can't just expect it to come to you. You do got to work for that as well. And number 5, the last one, is silence is self-respect. That's like self-explanatory. Like, everything don't need an answer. Everything don't need a reaction. I feel like silence is growth. Not everything needs to be shared. Not everything needs to be reacted to. Like, when I was younger, I'm still that way. Because when I was younger, I was never really like confrontational or like the need to, respond back to someone. If someone's coming at me a certain way, I am the person that I will just go silent. I'm good at just cutting it off. You know what I mean? I'm good at just, not a grudge. That's not the word I'm looking for. But I'm good at just like getting silent. I don't have nothing else to say. Nothing else needs to be said. I'm done. I'm done talking to you. You know what I mean? Like, everything don't need a response. Like, you good. You moved how you moved. You did what you did. I don't need to say nothing else. my silence is going to be my closure or your closure, however that goes. My silence is my response. Not everything needs an answer. Like, silence is growth. Look at it like that. Silence is growth. If you felt any of these 5 beliefs, let me know what you agreed with in the comments. If you got number 6 for me, leave number 6 in the comments. Give me something else to think about. And if you're rebuilding, you are not alone. See y'all tomorrow.